everybody, and welcome back to another Kerbal Space Program video. Today we are doing a video about, it is our second video in our Space Evolution of SpaceX series. Today it is the Falcon 1 Block 1, which was the first ever rocket that second rocket that SpaceX built after the Falcon 1. So this rocket flew a total of, actually it flew several times, but I don't remember how many times it flew. This rocket did not have any capability to land itself, and it was used for resupplying the ISS. It has since been not used anymore. Now you can see we have taken off for about 1,500 feet. Sorry there was no plume. Some of my mods were not working, so there's no plume in this for this rocket, for the engines. It's kind of making me angry, but it works. You get some cool views. You get that cool engine noise though, so that's a plus. Right here we're about 5,000 feet, and just doing a roll program so we can align ourselves with the Earth. And apparently I didn't have enough control because we started just going. As you can see, the rocket is not going the way that you want it to right now. It's pulling a loop-de-loop, I guess you could say. Now it's right back up to horizontal. It should straighten itself out here. And there, it has straightened itself out. So this rocket, SpaceX, built it. It has since been retired. I'm just looking at how many times the Falcon 9 Block 1 flew. It flew several times, but this is actually, this is the first ever vehicle they ever did. So this was actually a very, very small Falcon 9. It's way smaller than the ones we have today. And it's Block 1. The second Falcon 9s had actually landing legs, and it had the same cargo pod. They have since moved on to a different cargo pod. Now you have your Crew Dragon cargo pod and your cargo pod, which will be featured in next week's video. So I have flame out on that first stage since it gets used all the way up. We have stage separation and ignition of that Merlin vacuum engine. So right now I'm starting my gravity turn, which I should have started a long time ago, but as I just said, there was not very good control I didn't have since, that the rocket did flip over. So normally this would dock with the International Space Station, but I don't have an International Space Station in Kerbal Space Program. So that works, but I'm gonna have to build one soon. Maybe that could be a video idea this summer, since I actually have videos filmed until June at this point. But yeah, so that's thinking ahead in advance. SSTO video I'm gonna do. Just playing with these camera tools mod that I got. So here in just a second, once we get orbital, I'm going to detach these fairings on the side of the rocket, which kind of have this blue logo on them. We're going for a very, very high orbit, just almost as if the space station is way, way up there. Normally you would go into a pretty low orbit, but alas, that is not what happened. So I'm just coasting up to my apoapsis, and then I'm going to do a burn at apoapsis, which I started right now. So here we are going to get orbital here in about 10 seconds. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we are orbital. So now it's just about circularizing our orbit, which that is a pretty circular orbit for me. So we have separation, and then we have, I think I did a quick deorbit of this booster. Yeah, I think, it almost did crash into the, cargo capsule, but I think I got that problem averted quickly. So maybe I didn't do a deorbit, but now here we have solar panel deploy. So nowadays the Cargo Dragon just has solar panels built in, but in the old days they used to have to deploy them together. So now you can see the booster is actually starting to come over the crew capsule. Yeah, it got really close. It almost hit my solar panels and destroyed my solar panels. But I was able to guide the booster down so it wouldn't crash into the second stage. So normally you would have a bunch of stuff in there. And now we are going to do our deorbit burn. Boom, we are starting our deorbit burn. You can see that crew capsule below us. Just flying away. And we have deorbit burn. So I actually do deorbit this capsule. They actually reused the capsule for the spacecraft. SpaceX did. They came and landed it. I did deorbit the capsule afterwards. This won't be on video because I didn't put parachutes on it. So it just really crashed in the ground and exploded. But you can see that gray bit between the trunk, which is the bottom part with the solar panels, and the capsule is a heat shield, which helped control thermal stuff when it was coming back. So this was an essential part in the early days of SpaceX helping resupply. So as you can see, I'm using RCS to deorbit myself. This was essential for their SpaceX learning to basically, they could take science experiments that need to be done, like finished on Earth, back from the ISS. So you can see beautiful expanses of Kerbal down there. It looks like there was a storm brewing. But now I have moved the camera angle away. There, yeah. Those black clouds look like there's some pretty bad storms coming up. Yes, I'm using this mod called Eve. That adds clouds. And thank you guys for watching this video. I'm going to start doing this outro here. Thank you guys for watching this video. Next week is a Falcon 9 Block 5 rocket. I think I'm going to do a Crew Dragon representation, and then I will finish up, or I will do 2 more videos after that with the SpaceX Evolution, the Falcon Heavy, and the Falcon 9, or the Starship. Peace.